And good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again for this third episode of Wednesday Reset and Refocus. I am Concetta Cucchiarelli and the founder of Focus Gym and the creator of Sustainable Focus, the framework. And in my experience, every time I meet people and they ask me about what can they do about their focus, I always go with the same question and I ask them, can you tell me in less than 2 seconds, what are you working on? And they always go like, or they go like, I'm doing this and this and this and this. And you guess what? Like the first reason why we struggle with focus is that we don't have every time clear what we are working on, what we are doing actually. And that's the first thing. So that's why I created this super short 15 minutes refocus and reset appointment, because in the middle of the week, of course, we start in on Monday with a lot of plans, and then we get to Wednesday that we already have changed a lot. And of course, this happens, is normal because life happens, but then we want to draw also a line between flexibility and reaction, because flexibility is a very good thing and reaction is like the first source of stress. So what we want to do, first of all, I want you to tell me, what are you working on? Or maybe better, what's been on your plate so far? So we want to do just a quick brain dump and write down in 1 minute everything that you've been doing from Monday to today, like everything. And I want you to write down not only the activities, but also the feelings you've been stuck in. So because, for example, if I say being angry at someone or mad at someone, actually it is an activity. So you want to write down, because that takes time. So you want to write it down as well. So I will give you 1 minute and to write down everything you've been doing so far. Let's go with 1 minute. Put you also some music. And that was 1 minute. Now, what I want you to do is go through everything you've written down and decide and try to think about how much time this has been taking to you, and also how different what you wrote down is from what you decided to do on Monday. So take just 1 minute to think, is it really what I wanted to do this week? And if not, it's not bad. Uh, it's not always bad, but you want to decide, okay, this was because it was like trying to react to something that was showing up, that has been showing up, or it's something that I've just been carried away by. So think about that, and I'll give you 1 more minute. And that was 1 minute. So we want to take everything we've been written down so far, and we put it aside, because now we want to do just a different reset, which is like physical reset, the body and the way we are grounded in our environment, because the foundation of of sustainable focus as a framework is that there is no focus if we don't feel safe. And feeling safe is not just an emotional level. It's also like safety. It's also something we perceive by our body, so from the state of our autonomic system, and also the way we are connected with the environment, because the more we are connected and the more we feel safe. So what we want to do is just two simple exercises. First of all, for the body, and let's put our hand on our chest, and we try to pull toward the floor, and at the same time we want to send the chin very, very high, and very, very, like, raising the chin, so that we can feel this beautiful and gentle stretch behind the chin. So we want to do this once. And I invite you to repeat this as long as you want. I mean, like 3 or 4 times. And then we want to move from side to side. But when we are on one side, we want to open our mouth like this, as we are screaming, as we were screaming like this. And then we can do it 2 more times. 1. And again. And then we want to do a quick exercise that is called the orienting exercise. So we want to just scan with our senses our connection with the environment. So we want to start with sight. So we want to let our gaze wander. So like following all the lines and all the space that is around us. We really want to follow every line, like guided by every line. And of course, if you are outside, just follow the horizon and everything that is in between you and the horizon. And also, if you find something that is you never notice, you can stay there and spend like a little bit thinking, oh yes, it's nice, I've never noticed that. And then we want to move on the smell. So we want to take a deep breath. and figure out which is the smell that is in the air. It can be like the coffee you just had, or whatever you ate, or if it's totally a different smell, or if there is one. And then the same with the taste. So close your mouth and try to figure out if you have a taste that you can actually notice in your mouth. Okay. Then we do the same with our hearing. So we want to just zoom out and listen what's around. Of course, you can listen my voice, you can listen this music, but you want also to try and listen to smallest sounds, if there are any. And then the last one, that is my favorite, uh, reach out to something that is around you. It can also be your sleeve, and touch the fabric, and notice the feeling that you get by touching this fabric. Is it soft? Which temperature? Whatever you can notice, and then you can also reach something different, and notice the difference between texture and temperature, and the feeling you have when you have something different between your hands. So this is very helpful because research, you want to practice this, and you want to do it a bit more often, like at least once per day, because it really helps you reset and stay grounded, and stay and feel perceive yourself safer. Then once we're done with this, we want to go back to the task we were working on before, and you can work on a different on a new page, just like from scratch on a new blank page, or you can take again the list that you've been working already, and you want to find out the one thing that you want to work on for the rest of the week, so that could be your anchor, like the one thing that can tells you actually about your reliability. Okay, it's that kind of feeling that that you achieved something that was important, and that's the most important part. And I give you just one suggestion, is that if you find and look for the one thing that makes you perceive that you've been achieving or progressing on something that you care about, that's the most important part. You want to circle that. I give you 10 seconds. And now, once you have it, you want to also visualize it. You really want to see that thing done, and you can think about how you feel after the thing is finished, or you can see yourself doing it and feeling yourself reliable, or the good sense of achieving something or doing something important. Whatever it is, spend at least 1 minute thinking about this, because that's what will guide you actually toward that thing. And there it is. So you write it down what you want to do, see it done. And now, if I ask you, what are you working on? You should be able not only to tell me what you're working on, but also see it. And that's the most important part for focus. Once you have that, you have like 50%, even more, of the focus you need to do that thing. And this was like a super, super tiny part of the framework that I created that is called Sustainable Focus. There's also the basic of this beautiful workbook that I've created, and it's a 4 week program. It's a program that helps you understand your own strategy for focusing. That's super powerful. And if you want to grab your copy, you can go to the when you can find it through the QR code. This is the 15 minutes. The QR code that you find on the left or the right, I don't know where is it. And I hope that you can find that you had some kind of results from these 15 minutes, that you can perceive some kind of reset or some kind of change. And if you want to share, feel free to share. I would love to hear from you. And for today was everything. And see you next Wednesday for Wednesday Reset and Refocus. See you and have a beautiful week.